Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's an all-you-can-geek movie cast. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Welcome to Earth.
and Tony Korkanakis.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers. We are live right now on Twitch. Start Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Please join us for these live broadcasts. If you can't, all of our content is over on YouTube, and if you're watching that over there, please be sure to subscribe. That way you know when we post and you get notified, and it's the best thing to do. Also, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys over there. Love to hear. Give you a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Whatever. All right, guys. It's the Moviecast. I had a miss last week. I've been through an adventure of a couple weeks here. So I've watched a ton. I had to write them down.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I mean, I had COVID, so I was in bed like out of it for like 4 days straight. It kicked my butt this time around. But so I got through a bunch of backlog of stuff. And I watched The Accountant with Ben Affleck and John Bernthal. The original one. I didn't watch the sequel
Anna
yet.
Kendrick.
But Anna Kendrick, yeah, who's not in the sequel. I found out. But I was shocked she was in the movie. I was like, holy crap, I didn't know she was in this. But it was a good movie. I actually was entertained by it quite a bit. Good action sequences. And the numbers thing is kind of a cool. I like the story. It was good. It was entertaining. I watched John Wick 4 finally, which I was way behind on. I finally watched that movie. That was an ending and a half there, I have to say. It was good. You guys talked about Ballerina, and it kind of got me thinking I want to see that, so I got to watch John Wick 4. And there is going to be a John Wick 5, though, from what I'm understanding. So interesting. They're working on it.
They're working on it.
Yep. Jurassic World Dominion, an older Jurassic World movie that the new one is out now in the theaters. I never watched that, so I watched that one as well. Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. I thought that was a great movie, actually. I really enjoyed that movie. 80s. We talked about 80s a couple weeks ago when I was on the podcast. The 80s revival of movies,
one, right?
and
Yeah, I
on
watched
Netflix.
it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt just like 3.
Yeah,
really.
like I said,
mean,
it's like,
not the strongest of the
extension.
movies, but it was good. It was good. Yeah. It felt good to see Eddie Murphy back on the screen again because he took that long hiatus, and it was just good to see him in a movie and playing that role that he absolutely obviously loves to play. So that was cool to see. Captain America: Brave New World. Watched that one as well. I didn't like that movie. I will say I did not like that movie. So I was trying to be nice about saying it, but I was bored. I was absolutely bored through that movie. Very happy I didn't go see it in the theaters. I didn't think it was that good. So it's just me. But
yeah, it was a total miss. Like there were parts.
Yeah, what?
You could see parts that were like interesting.
Yes,
like, there
absolutely.
were some early on vibes of Winter Soldier in the beginning part.
Yeah,
But then
absolutely.
it totally gets dropped, and once the mystery or whatever is revealed, it's just like it never pays off. And like again, I question the entire thing about like the emotional resonance of the movie being about Thunderbolt Ross. It's like I don't give a fuck about this guy. He's a villain, or like
Yeah.
at best a.
Am I supposed to feel something for him in one
Yeah,
movie? Like I
right,
just don't see
exactly.
it.
No.
I don't see it. Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't feeling sorry for him whatsoever. In fact, I know how much of an asshole he was in all the other films
Yeah,
we've seen,
exactly.
and I'm
So-
like, it's not going to change my perspective. You can change the actor. Unfortunately, the other actor passed away.
Yeah.
It doesn't change my perception of what he is. I know who he is as a character, and I just, yeah. I mean, again, Anthony Mackie, nothing wrong with his performance. It's a weird lead role for him. Just as
there
tough.
wasn't anything
Yeah.
for the script to really give him to shine, unfortunately.
And that might be it. Yeah. I actually felt more about like the personal, of the Captain
Yeah.
America, the
Yeah, the
other.
original-
Yeah,
yeah.
I was really like, man, I feel bad for this dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, that should have been the
so-
emotional
Isaiah
core.
or something,
Yeah, Isaiah.
was that?
Yeah.
That should have been
Yeah.
the emotional
Isaiah,
core
thank
of
you.
it. That should have been.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for whatever reason. It wasn't.
Yeah, I also watched Shrinking season 1, which I'm not going to go on. It didn't hook me. I did give it a whole season though.
Really?
I was in. Yeah.
Really?
I
Interesting.
I just didn't like the way they went with the story. I don't like the way they developed the characters. I just didn't. It's such. It's so hard to make the statement. I don't think this sums it up exactly, but it's just too much of a stretch. The characters. I don't feel like they're accurate like at all. I understand it's a fictional show.
It's a sitcom.
I know, but I can't. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the topic with the show. Like I don't get the free-loving vibe and the easygoing. Like it just didn't click for me. I don't know what it was. I did watch it in the haze of my Friday. I was out of it on Friday, so maybe I should give season 2 a little shot and see if I can. I remember the story though, but I just never got attached to it. I just didn't attach to it. I gave it the whole season because I was like, you know what, I want to see. I think early on I liked it. I just didn't like the choices that they made with the character development later on,
Like what?
second
What are you
half of the show.
talking about?
The relationship between him and his friend, the other coworker. What's her name? That he has with his wife's friend.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't like that. I also didn't like the aspect of his change. Like I felt like his drastic change from being super depressed to just being easygoing, and I just thought that was way too fast. I don't know what it was. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess maybe I know it's a sitcom. I know that. I just did not get into it.
Okay. That's fair.
So, Murderbot's a fantastic show on Apple TV Plus. Short viewing. I would recommend it massively. It's 22 minutes per episode. There's only like 7 episodes right now. What's his name? Alexander Skarsgård is the main character. He is awesome in the show. Actually, the whole show. In fact, the new we'll talk about this in a second. The new M. Bison is in the show, and he does a fantastic job. Great show on Apple Plus. I did I mean, that one is more about like 22 minutes. It's not a huge investment, and it was good. And lastly, Squid Game season 3 I watched as well. I went through all of that. So that was
Yeah, you had a lot of stuff.
it's too early to talk about Squid Game, but I take it or leave it.
I want
That's
to talk
me.
about Squid
That's
Game,
me.
but
Do you? I mean, are you in the same thing? Like take it or leave it? I guess is that. I don't know. I'm just like, that's what I did. Okay.
yeah, I'm there with you, and I want to say something, but it's so like there's no tiptoeing around it. It's very spoilery, and it's just like I was like I don't understand the plot point, and I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about because like as soon as it happens, you're like, what are you talking? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we fucking doing here? Like, you're telling me that this thing happens and everybody is apparently okay with it. Like, everybody is apparently okay with it. Regardless of the entire philosophy of the Squid Games being like, hey, everybody has a fair chance, right? That was the whole premise in season 1.
That was the whole
fair
point.
chance. It's like,
that was the whole point.
What are you talking? Like, what? Yeah.
I mean, the entire reasoning of existence of the second season and the third season, I thought was something completely different because that changed. You know, that just got dropped.
Yeah. It just got dropped. Like I
can't get into it. I cannot get into it. I just
The one thing I'll say is like my whole philosophy, and I think Corey backs me up on this a lot. It's like, look, if you're gonna do something and you're not gonna do it well, at least get it over quickly. Which is I'm happy about because sure, there's a couple year wait between season 1 and season 2 and season 3. But at least it's done now. It's done. That's fucking done now in whatever 4 years or 5, whatever it's been, and I can move on with my life. Rather than like it being stretched out over like almost a decade with Game of Thrones or like Stranger Things, where if that doesn't nail the ending, I'm gonna be so pissed, dude. Like I'm just gonna be like, wow, cool, like a decade that just again wasted, right? Whereas like this, like I'm not saying it was like bad, but like it's like, oh, this is not what I wanted or expected or anything like that. So it's a disappointment. But at least it's done. Like and there was only 6-month gap between season 2 and season 3, which I appreciate. Like if they're like had milked this as like 1 or 2 or 3 or anything longer, the more further you get out, the more upset I would have been. So
I think that's right.
I mean, was it really a season 3 though?
It's not. It's season 1. It's season 2 part 1 and part 2. Yeah, it really is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But
I
and Tony's accurate.
3 episodes of that.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, I don't know what you're like, guys. That's like you're definitely disappointed with
you haven't gotten there
the
yet.
finishing of this, but like I'm halfway through. I think there's 6 or something, 7 maybe.
7.
I did 3.
Oh wait, there's 7. There's 7.
Yeah. Okay, so like I'm close.
I think it's about to happen. What I'm talking about.
And like those, like I will say, the first few episodes, like a lot happens. Like you're like, whoa, this is crazy. This is like if this keeps going at this trajectory, I'd be like, well, this is.
Oh yeah,
this is
no.
crazy.
I think I couldn't stop watching 1 through 4.
Yeah.
And then after that, 5, 6, and 7, I wanted to watch because I had to finish the show, and I was like, I was already like, this is not good with me. Yeah.
The last couple episodes, I was honestly just like, I was doing the view cursor thing, and I was just like, I skipped because I'm like, look, I get it. I get what you're trying to make me feel. I get it, but like, I don't care anymore. Like, I just don't. I'm like, all right, next scene. There we go. Watch. Next scene. Skip ahead. And
That's what
I
happened to
almost
me.
never do that for shows, but this I was like, come the like.
I did it in the last episode. The first like 20 minutes of the last episode, I skipped.
I was yeah.
I will say there is a subplot that I don't care at all about, and that I
Oh,
think they waste time
oh,
on.
100%. I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Okay.
I know
Yeah,
exactly what
'cause,
you're
like
talking about. And the whole time I'm like, this has to lead to something more interesting. There has to be, and it's not. There's not. Sorry,
Yeah.
but like, it's,
Nope.
it's
We did a
such a
lot.
fucking
I mean,
waste of time.
this is a very. I'm not going to go as
Yeah.
far as Lost, but there's a very on the trajectory of Lost
Yeah.
at finale.
Corey, once you finish, we'll do a spoiler cast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I think like because from the first, there's some of those games that they play in the first episode or couple episodes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they really trying to pull on those heartstrings and make you feel something. And the one hide and seek, I will say, episode, that one got me a lot. I was like,
Yeah. That was probably the
like,
peak of the season for me, honestly.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean that I was like, oh my gosh, this is awful. What do we
Yeah.
like? This is like, as in awful as in like this is terrible for these characters. The show definitely made me feel something there. That episode especially, and I was like, wow, like oh my
Yeah.
god, this
That was the peak of
You
the
know.
season for me. So yeah.
and
Yeah,
like being
absolutely.
being a parent or son and things. It's just like, oh, what?
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm not. And
That's what
like
I will
even
say.
got to me, I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay. But yeah.
No, it was good there, but
Whatever.
it had points. It wasn't all bad. We'll do a spoiler
Yeah.
cast.
We'll
I think
do
it's a
spoiler
great
cast
idea.
on it.
So, it can't be next week though, because I won't be on next week. I have the Superman premiere. I'm going to. So, all right, that's it for me, guys. Tony, you said you watched Squid Game. Anything else?
Watched a bit more Severance. Still in season 1. I think I'm on
Okay.
episode like 5 or 6 now. Things are starting to get a bit more interesting because I'll do mild spoilers, I guess. I don't know how
It's
much it
season
matters,
1,
but
yeah.
they're starting to talk to other departments?
Hmm.
Question mark. And it's
Starting to
like,
get a big
oh,
of mystery, right?
That's more interesting now, but still like
It's a slow burn.
it's a slow burn, but like I feel like it's specifically engineered to be a slow burn, and I hate that, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
I get why you're doing it, and I think one of you said like, oh, if you had watched it like while it was airing, like it would have been cool because it's like the water cooler talk.
It
the fun,
definitely
interesting thing.
is, yeah.
But like
Mhm.
now, I'm just like, I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm only gonna learn bits and pieces every episode. I get it. But like, I'm just so tired because it feels like this is modern storytelling for a lot of TV shows, and it's just like,
Which is what I feel like it's the opposite though, because it's like this is this kind of show where you need to have that break to give people to, let it marinate over a week and then give them a chance to talk to their friends, talk to people about it, speculate.
Yeah.
It's like that Wanda, like Wanda, I
WandaVision,
think,
yeah.
right? Like that was great. People were talking about it and they were like coming up with theories and what's going on and stuff. And I think this show, like, because I said, like, I think this show would have hit completely differently if we were watching it together
Yeah.
and talking about each week and discussing what we think is going on after each episode. Whereas now you're like, just get to the next things. I know it's right there. Like, get to the next. It's like, yeah, I can understand that.
It's almost weird where like I feel like it's not a binge worthy series, at least for me, because like I watch an episode, I'm like, okay, I'm probably done for the day because some of the stuff is super
Yeah, I
heavy.
think
And I'm like, fucking.
That's how I
dang.
tackled it. Yeah,
Like
that's,
the
that's
one
how
episode, I
tackled
literally
it.
had to pause. I was like, I apparently missed the viewer discretion warning at the beginning.
Oh, no.
Because again, I usually hit play and I start like cooking or whatever, and then I look back and then I was like, oh, I think I missed a content warning for this episode. I was like, hold up a second. I messaged one of my friends, like, I was like, oh, you should watch this. And I was like, you did not warn me about thing X. And I was like, fucking A. But yeah, I mean, it's so interesting. I'm not saying it's a bad show, but I'm just like, I need a dramatic reveal where I'm like, oh, okay, makes sense. Because again, it's just like we're learning a little bit, like breadcrumbs, and I'm just like, okay, like let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Like that's what I want. I just want you to rip the Band-Aid off, so I can be like, oh shit, okay, and now we're here. But I think there's only a couple more episodes in the season, so I'll get there.
Cool.
But that's it.
Yep. All right, Corey, anything else for you?
No, not. I was just Squid Game.
Yeah, it's a good game. Yeah. All right, Mike, anything for you?
Nope, you guys did all the watching for me, it sounds like.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Box office this week. F1 the movie 57 million. Pretty good opening weekend for that movie.
You know what's crazy? All right, I had an opportunity to go see F1,
Okay.
and I was like, you know what? Go see F1. But I also wanted to see 28 Years Later because I was like, oh, I want to see 28 Years Later, and they're playing at the same time. And one I was like, but I kind of need to get somewhere after, and so I looked at the time, and F1's at over 2.5 hours.
Oh
I was
wow.
like, what is this? This is crazy. And I was like, all right, not gonna do it. And then so I was like, I'll go see 28 Years Later. But then something came up right at the same. I was like, oh darn, I couldn't. So I wanted to see 28 Years Later, didn't get to go. But I was gonna also go see F1, and I was like, wow, that's 2.5 hours. I don't want to invest right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I
I
want to
did
see the
not
movie,
realize it
but
was
I
that long.
do feel
I was
like,
like shocked. What are we doing
yeah,
for 2.5
I'm
hours
like,
here?
that's what I was hearing. That I'm like, what could
I
it
mean, what do you
possibly
mean?
be in that movie? Yeah,
It's a kids movie. I mean,
F1.
F1?
F1's not. How to
yeah,
Train Your
it's
Dragon's
not
a
a
kids
kids
movie.
movie, so it's a
Oh.
beefy movie.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
it was
Yeah,
not
but
a kids movie. I
have
didn't
you
hear that.
noticed?
Adult. It's an
It doesn't
adult
matter.
movie.
It's the content. Like, how
Two and
much
a
can you
half hours
possibly
doesn't
have in
matter.
this movie?
I don't mind long movies. Like there are movies that I'm like, oh, I want this movie to be longer. Like I want Endgame to be long. I don't want them to, we even talked about how like some movies should be like they need to make it a little bigger just because they need to give more time for things to, you know, explain the
Marinate,
things,
yeah.
whatever, marinate, whatever. Yeah, exactly. And so there are other times where it's like, no, this movie needs to cut down. You got to make it tighter,
The
make it
Batman.
more, more straight to the point. And like for me, it just was like, it was a sticker shock kind of moment where I was like, wait, what? Why is a movie about a race car driver 2.5 hours? Like, are we going through his entire life? Like, I understand, like, where it's a real guy, right? This is a movie about a race car
Yeah,
driver, an
yeah.
actual person, but like, does it need to be 2.5? I don't know. Maybe it does,
I mean, when it's not
but
planned to be part of a, you know, ongoing
they already planned.
franchise.
They want to do more.
Yeah, they
What are
wanted
you talking
to
about? It's part of the
How?
Days of Thunder world, man. They're gonna cross it over.
Formula One
Days
is
of
still an
Thunder.
ongoing thing.
Yeah,
Like
they're gonna cross it
they've
over.
talked about it already, like expanding on this universe, which is weird because it's about a real person, right?
They
That's what
want
I
to. They
mean.
want to. They want to
Whatever.
cross it over with Tom Cruise. I'm telling you, that's what they said they want to do.
Yeah. But no, I
Um,
think it looks cool. Like
yeah,
interesting.
it does. It definitely does. How to Train Your Dragon was number 2, um, which is doing great. 459 worldwide. Live action remake again for an animated movie, doing really well. Animated movie not doing well is Elio. 10.4 million.
It's a bomb. It's a bomb.
Yeah, a bomb.
Yep.
73 million total
One of the biggest.
worldwide. And Megan 2.0 is your top 4 with
I think
28
that
years
they
later.
said they were like they changed a lot in that movie, like
They did say that today.
during
Yep.
during the production, and that probably shows.
Yep.
Yeah, they mixed it all up. They did a screening of Elio with people. Elio or Elio, how do you want to say it? They did a screening, and almost the entire theater that left said they would not pay to see that in the theaters. So they changed it up. That happened. I saw that news reported today.
Yeah.
So pretty crazy. That's never a good sign. I did see today also that Nova, Marvel's toying with either doing a series or a movie for Nova and for the the Strange. There's another Strange thing they're doing, but they're looking at doing those either as a series or as a movie. But they are going forward. So those 2 series. Let's see other news. We've got news, guys. We've got lots of news. Actually, lots of news. 35th anniversary. We're gonna lead off with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is getting the 1990 movie. It's getting released in theaters as a 35th anniversary bump. I think I'm going to go August 17th and August 20th. I kind of want to go. I'm going to go on Sunday the 17th, I think. But I'm looking at it right now. My brother sent me this as well. They're going to release it in the theaters with never before seen footage that they cut, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I think I might go see it too.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm pretty sure in a few like right before Superman comes out, I'm probably getting a
Movie pass.
whatever. Whatever the fucking thing is, just so I can see
Whatever their thing is, the
rest of the
AMC
summer movies.
premiere. Yeah.
Hey, Mikey, nice night.
Yeah. Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds.
Yep.
God, iconic movie.
Never pay
All
full
right.
price for elite pizza.
Iconic. All right. Other news: Fast and Furious 11. Fast and Furious 11. Vin Diesel was out there talking about the movie, which, by the way, he's, I guess we're all putting on some weight. We're all a little large, but looking a little big. That dude. But he said
the
they're going back
comments
to.
of that video though are so
really?
funny. Just like the people like Vin Diesel, he'd be like Vin Truck and like Big Mac
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like, oh man, that he did not look good. I will say.
No,
Like,
he did not look good. I mean, Tony, Tony, you're coming.
he
Where did
like
his neck
slammed
go?
like
Where does his
I
neck
was,
go?
I was like, where's his neck, man? Like,
he looked like
Yeah.
he slammed like a keg of beer
yeah,
before he
like,
got
look,
on stage.
I'm not trying to body shame anybody, but it's like,
No,
bro,
no.
what happened? Like,
We
where you
are.
been? Like, what have you been doing?
I
Oh no, I'm not
I'm
trying to.
just
But it's
saying.
just like I haven't seen this dude in whatever, however many years. It's like, wait, shit, dude.
I mean,
like,
he looks like someone his age who hasn't been working out that much
no,
lately. Who
that's
used to.
fair. It's just interesting. I don't know. It's just interesting logistics or optics to be like, yeah, I'm gonna announce my next action movie randomly. I think it was a party or a dance or a concert or I don't know what the fuck it was.
Seemed
it
it
was
didn't
weird.
seem like
It
like
didn't,
it was for Fast and the Furious. It seemed like it was
yeah,
for
it was
something else.
something else. But
I
like
don't
also,
know.
it's like, like
What, like the Game Awards?
yeah. So I don't know.
Showing up
Like
where
I'm sure
you
he's
don't
gonna
want him?
get in shape.
he'll-
He'll
Yeah,
get
He'll
his
take
training
the
and stuff like that.
supplements that are available in
Oh, yeah,
Hollywood
yeah.
to become like
Yeah, he'll get,
Natural
he'll get
or
in shape.
unnatural,
The Rock.
you know.
Yeah, he'll get in shape. There's no
like
doubt in my
the
mind.
Rock
but-
is all natural, of course.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
he
Yeah.
says.
I
Yeah.
mean,
So,
whatever like movie
be
magic
fine.
they want to do.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
damn,
They'll get him back in shape.
it was just it was
It's
it was
weird. It was just
surprising.
weird. Yeah, it was like,
Surprise for sure.
So the details were back to basics, going back to LA with street racing scene. But I think the biggest reveal for them is that Brian Connor will be returning somehow in this
I thought
in this
the
movie.
last one was the last one.
No, this is
Wasn't
part
it?
one. This is part two. This is
Oh
part
my
two of the last one.
It's been
Yeah,
years
yeah, this is
though,
how this is
right?
Yes, this is how
Yeah.
this is
It's
working
been like
nowadays.
3
you know?
years or something.
Nope.
It's a long
It's been
break,
a long
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like
It's not like Mission Impossible where they got it out pretty quickly because they were filming it. This is different.
It's weird.
But this is part two of whatever the last one had story wise, which I did not see. Maybe
Mhm.
I'll check that out at some point too.
I mean, they brought everybody back for it.
Except for Brian. I guess they're gonna. Are they
Gonna
gonna
bring him
cast?
back?
You think it'll be just a replacement cast? Like,
Well, no, it's
Paul
gonna
Walker's
be like
brother?
an AI thing.
ugh,
They're stand-in. Well, they'll do a stand-in and then they'll just AI Paul
AI
Walker's
over?
face.
oh,
And
jeez.
they did it with his brother, so I'm sure that's
Yeah,
something
they
that's
did
gonna
it
happen.
before. Yeah.
And like we've seen it, Tarkin, Leia.
I
Yep,
wouldn't
that's
call
true.
them
We
main
have.
characters though in those movies. They were there for very short cameos.
Well, do
though.
you think he's gonna be there for
Tarkin.
the whole
They already,
film?
they already did a cameo with him. His
I know, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. He's gonna come back. Like they were letting him be for a while, but they're bringing back for this, as in the character. I don't think he's gonna be there for that long. He's gonna have the same amount of screen time, I think, as those characters.
I think that would be
I think
kind of
they had
Maybe
Tarkin
5
had-
minutes.
then.
Tarkin was on screen a lot actually in Rogue One. So
Yeah, maybe 5-10 minutes, maybe. I don't like.
But yeah,
Is he because if they give him like a leading role, that's a little weird.
The whole
Hmm.
thing is weird. The whole franchise is
I love
you
the
know,
franchise.
irrelevant at this point, but whatever.
anyways. Other news, we got Transformers news coming out. I think we talked about it a little bit. You guys probably covered that a little bit last week, but Transformers 1 director is actually developing a new live action Transformers movie. So Josh Cooley was Transformers 1, which they said they're not having any plans to proceed with, which I think is ridiculous. But they're going to proceed with a new live action movie with him at the helm. That's multiple movies then, right? We're looking at then?
Yeah, well, the other part of this rumor is that Michael Bay might be returning as well.
That's what I saw. Yeah.
Which
Michael Bay.
you know,
So is that 2 movies or just 1 movie we're getting?
I imagine you have to get him signed up for 2 because like the amount of work
Yeah.
that would go into that kind of production and budget, like you're not going to get him just.
No,
It would feel like a waste if you're just getting all that shit together just for one movie.
Get Shia back?
Yep.
No, fuck
Sam
Shia.
Witwicky?
Fuck Shia. Fuck him.
No Sam?
No.
Uh,
Fuck him.
yeah, have you seen? I saw like him on like a podcast recently. He's aged like crazy,
He looks
like
bad.
crazy.
As in poorly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Aged poorly?
Yeah, like
looks
he's got like
bad.
a gray beard.
Mhm.
He's my age, and he looks like way.
Like Gandalf? What is-
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
He looks a little
Yeah.
bit like a homeless dude.
He's
What
kind of
was,
just doing nothing right now, so. Yeah.
What was Megan Fox's character called? What was her name? Is she back?
I don't know.
T1000. I don't know. She can come back
What
as
was her
like a
name in that?
cyborg Ford.
No, it wasn't Carly. What was it? Actually,
what was her
I
name?
does anyone?
I would
know?
be fine
Michaela?
with her coming
Michaela.
back. Like that's fine.
Yeah, I might as well.
Yeah,
come
Michaela
back.
was
I think it's
Michaela.
Michaela.
It was
Yeah,
Michaela.
Michaela is it.
Like I can't believe they let fucking what's her name? Haley Steinfeld go after the Bumblebee movie.
Oh yeah, after
Yeah, the
Bumblebee.
Because
She
her
did great
career
Bumblebee.
lifted up
Yeah.
so much after that. Because then she was in Spider-Verse. She was the Marvel
Does the voice, yeah.
universe, stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's like,
Kate
damn,
Bishop.
get her back.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see
Yeah.
more of her in
Mhm.
you know, Hawkeye, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see more of that show.
Yep.
And they had a great
Uh,
before, and with
Yeah, they did.
Elaine too.
Yeah, just gotta pay Jeremy Renner. That's all.
Show him the money.
I hope we hear something about that, but by the end of the year.
yeah. I hope we do.
Positive.
I think we're due
positive.
for
Like,
it.
hey, we
We're due
worked
for
it
it.
out.
Yeah.
Like, or at least somebody
Yeah.
says like, hey, it wasn't because you're half the man. It's because literally we only need to get the parent.
We have.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like it's like 100%. If that's true, like yeah, absolutely. Fuck Disney and whatever. But like, it's hard for me to imagine be like Kevin Feige would be like, yeah, like you're one of the OGs. I'm not gonna take care of you, kind of situation.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, because like if you're passing the mantle on to Kate Bishop, and you want to have him appear, like yeah, you give him an appearance
Yeah. Right.
fee, not necessarily a leading role fee.
Yeah. It just gives me the vibes from like, I don't know if you guys remember like, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago with the original Bayonetta voice actor who like was crying
Oh, yeah.
on Twitter,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and it was like, oh well, yeah, there was a reason for that, and but by that time,
asked
a
you
lot of
multiple
damage.
times, but-
Yeah, a lot of damage
Yeah.
was done. People spun with the false narrative because they believed her, and there's all that
Yep.
reactionary videos and content that went out there. So
Yep.
who knows? We'll find out.
We'll find out. Guess what's finished? Finally. Guess what's finished? The Batman 2 script is finally done.
I'll believe it when I see it.
It is turned in. James Gunn has not read it yet, but he's
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, he hasn't even read it, huh?
he has not read it yet. According as of Monday, he hadn't read it yet. He said, "I'm planning on reading
The
it this
tree
week." He
falls
said.
in a forest.
So, how fast do we hear
Great.
that the script needs rewrites?
That's
It's been
like-
reading this
Maybe
whole
next
time.
week.
like
No, I
again,
think
even
yeah.
if you start filming the beginning of
Immediately.
2026,
Yeah.
like the
That's
turnaround,
immediately,
even an
yeah.
18-month turnaround time, like you're looking at like Q3, Q4, 2027. Like that's still. So
we got to
fucking-
cast still because you didn't know what you're casting for.
Right,
You have your
I
main
know,
characters,
I know,
but
I
you need
know.
to cast.
I
So
know.
you're talking like at least 6 months, and that's then production.
I know.
Yeah, well, they start casting
I
now.
can't see it starting
Who
next year
knows?
early. I could see it starting in a year production,
Yeah, I
like
mean, I'm still-
April or
yeah,
May.
like
of next
Depends on how
2028
much
is
they want to
probably more
throw
like-
money, how much money they want to throw at it to get it on
That's
the
true.
fast track,
It's true.
which is nothing
and-
probably.
A good amount of money will cover
Knowing
it,
them.
but, yeah. Lastly, we've got some news about the Street Fighter live action film. We got some casting, confirmed
There's
casting
so
people.
much casting.
Yeah. So I'm going to run through this
Well,
list.
right now, I feel like this is all they've got going for themselves at the moment. So
Maybe
go
you're
for
right. Let's see. Jason Momoa as Blanca, Noah Centineo as Ken, Orville Peck as Vega, Joe Anoa'i as Akuma. That you may know him better as Roman Reigns. Andrew Koji as Ryu and Kalina Liang as
Andrew Koji's Ryu is
Chun-Li.
awesome. I think that's
Is it?
great.
Okay. And then
I like him.
lastly, we found out today David Dashmalkian as M. Bison. That's the guy from
You're
the
missing
Robot
one. You're
series.
missing one.
Who else am I
You've
missing?
seen him before.
Oh, 50 Cent. 50 Cent.
It is.
He's not
50
worth
Cent
it.
as
$1.
Balrog. Yeah.
It makes sense, Balrog. So this casting, it almost all seems a little stunt casty, and I'm kind of getting the vibe this will be about as serious as the '90s movie.
That's fine with me.
That's-
I don't
yeah.
want a serious. I won't want a serious Street Fighter movie.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
I bet you.
think I said that last week, but I feel like this is going to be in line with that now, with just the way this is
I
casted.
bet you it's like I put it in line with the latest Mortal Kombat movie. Same idea. I bet you it's going to be
Yeah,
about the same.
that was.
No,
But here's the thing about
I
that,
think that's about the same.
because you figured it would be like next level, at least as storytelling, or a little bit more serious. But in the end, when we watched that, it was like, oh, this is the same as the '90s movie, just they went actually R-rated, and you were a little disappointed that it didn't. I don't know, have the next level of writing to it. That's how I felt with the newer Mortal Kombat, at least.
Yeah.
So, see if this does the same thing or not.
I mean,
Well, the thing
It
that
was
I
a
didn't
movie
like about
without
the
having
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat in it. There wasn't even
Well-
any Mortal Kombat in it.
Well,
There was no tournament.
yeah, whatever.
well, there's no tournament, but there's definitely Mortal Kombat.
That's
But
true.
I didn't like that they focus on a brand new character that didn't have any history
Yeah,
with this
didn't
franchise.
exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here, I like what they're going for. It's not like I said, if it's the stunt casting, like sure, let's ham it up. Let's go for it then.
Yeah.
You know? So who's the one character that you want to see next,
Dogs
like
and
announced?
I did they a Guile or a Guile would probably be the next.
Guile's been
next,
rumored. There's another one that's
I
rumored.
know. I don't know that's true though. That's just too.
That's why it's
that-
called a rumor.
Yeah, that's. I don't even think that can be true. I mean, that's just too much casting. But the rumor was. I mean, if we hear the one Cody Rhodes, is that what you're hearing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't see them putting. See, then you're going into Mike's category of again stunt
Ham
casting.
it up.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's get all the wrestlers. It's going to be a WWE production. It sounds like.
It's yeah. It
Like
could
the
be.
longest yard or something.
When are we getting the Miz in it? But yeah, I think Guile would be the next announcement. Right? I mean, unless there's a bigger.
You're gonna randomly
character?
be the main character too.
I mean, do you have to get like? Do you have to put some of the classic who's ever around? Like, do you have to put like Jean-Claude Van Damme in the movie somewhere?
No.
Do you have to do this?
No.
He's probably
No.
too hard to deal with to do that.
He
If
might
he
be.
was like a normal person, you
Yeah.
might be able to get him. But
It's true.
I
It's
feel
true.
like he just is antagonistic to everyone
How
around
about
him lately.
what's
so-
your name? How about the what's your name from
Big Now When?
Fennec from Star Wars? What's her
Yeah,
name?
Ling Mang?
Yes.
Yeah,
Big
Ling
Now
Mang.
When, yeah.
Yeah. What about her? Not Ming Na Wen. That's Michelle. No, that's not Michelle Yeoh. Is it Ming Na Wen?
Well, she played Chun Li in
Yes,
the original.
that is her.
Street
Yeah,
Fighter.
yeah.
And she played Fennec, and she also was in.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Right.
So what?
Yeah.
I mean,
She's also in the
Just
Marvel
listen to me.
Agents
you
Shield.
put her back into the.
That's
I
how we
think she
do it.
could be cast for something in there. I think she makes a cameo.
Just make
Yeah, I
her
think
Chun Li
it's
again.
funny.
She looks the same.
Well, there is
I
the
love it.
Chun Li already.
There's a
I
Chun-Li
know.
already. She does look. She
She'll be
has not
multiverse
aged.
Chun-Li.
She looks- Yeah, she has not aged. She looks great, but.
What British pop singer can we get for Cammy?
Oh,
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah. Kylie Minogue.
I think she's Australian, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. Whatever. It's
Um,
awesome.
Maybe.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, it sounds like this is going to get we're going to get more news of this as we go here, but it's
I will
interesting.
say the M. Bison casting is not my favorite.
No.
I wanted a more domineering figure
Who
in that casting role.
that guy's been in? He's like one of those.
He was
actors
Polka
you
Dot Man
don't
in
know his
Suicide
name,
Squad.
he's in everything. Yeah.
Their costume
was
and
in,
makeup
Ant-Man,
department is
Right? Isn't he like one of Ant-Man's like lackeys guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He's,
Yeah, he
he's
was.
in everything. He shows up all over the place. This guy.
Yeah, costume and makeup has their work cut out for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows?
I
Maybe
just-
he gets jacked. Maybe he gets a personal trainer.
He's not getting big enough. Like I would rather see Roman Reigns as M. Bison, honestly.
I'm just saying, maybe. Whatever. No.
I mean, this.
Hmm.
Whatever.
I don't know. All right.
I
Well, that's
don't
it
have
for
high
news for this.
expectations, so we'll see.
No.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's
I
why
don't either.
they gotta go super. They gotta They ham it up.
So do you guys want? I mean, obviously, it's not in the title like Mortal Kombat. Actually, Mortal Kombat, there's not necessarily a tournament with that title. Now that I think of it, but do you need a tournament or a street fighting thing to happen in this to be satisfied?
No. I mean, there's a great story that they have that they can build off of with M. Bison
There
and
is.
what. I think okay, maybe not great, but I think there's an outline that they could follow,
Yeah, I mean,
and it's interesting.
the tournament thing was pretty much dropped after 2, to my knowledge. And
Yeah.
it's pretty much about characters, growth throughout the years. The eras are, as I would say, this 2 era, the 3 era, the 4 era, which is technically between 2 and 3, I believe. The 5. Now we're in the 6th era, so it's like, I mean, you have a lot of interesting stuff. It's really just dependent on what you want to do with it, and the evil faction, obviously, with Shadowloo
Right.
or whatever. So, again, I just want to see cool fights, good choreography, and cheesy one-liners and stuff like that.
I want to see Jury, obviously.
Or do you?
It's a
What
good-
part of her?
Her feet,
Feet.
obviously.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay.
The Jury Feet episode.
Yep.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
man. Anyways, on that note, I think let's wrap it up on this episode, folks. There's no more news to cover. So, thanks for tuning into the Moviecast. Stay tuned for the Gamecast coming up next. Once again, live on Twitch Tuesday nights 8, YouTube. Give us that subscription. We appreciate it. Helps us out. We'll see you guys over on the Gamecast. We are out.